So this is like my 5th junk journal I've made. I had a very clear vision in my head of how I wanted it to look. And I think I accomplished that, but it's a lot bigger than what I had thought it would be. But I think it's okay. It is for my niece's daughter, who is also my goddaughter. She is getting married in April, and I wanted to make her something really special. So this is what I decided to do. This is the front. This is the spine with the tassel. And there's a pretty little key hidden in here with the ruffles. And this is the back. This is what it looks like from the top and from the side. So what I did is I used fabric from 30-year-old weddings. And I thought that would be really special for her. This pink fabric here is from this dress. This is my sister at her daughter's wedding. And when I started thinking about what I wanted to do, I called my sister up and I said, "Hey, do you still have your dress?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "Can I cut it up?" And she said, "Well, you might as well. It's just been hanging there for 30 years. So, after 30 years, it's like you might as well do something with them, right?" So the pink fabric on the binding on the top and the back, along with the ties, that all came from this dress, who is the grandma of my goddaughter. All this ruffle here, this trim, this applique, it came from this dress, and that was the miniature bride in her mama's wedding. This ruffle came from my wedding dress. I don't know if you can see, these were little rosettes, and when I took them apart, they just made this beautiful ruffle, so I had to use that. So then when you open the book, the inside cover is yellow. Yeah, it kind of really doesn't match, right? But it's special because, where's the picture? It came from this dress here. This was the bridesmaids' dresses at her mama's wedding. I know it's hard to tell in that picture, but they are yellow. This is the same fabric that came off of that dress. And this ruffle lace over here, along with these little rosette or little flower things, they came off the edge of the parasol, as did some of this orange and green and yellow little trim things here. They all came off of the parasol. I think it was hanging on, I think it was hanging on the back of it, if I remember right. So then I added a little beads, the cross, and see there's that was on the parasol. So then this trim, that was off her grandma's dress. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. That might be better. I put a lot of really pretty sayings in this book. when the day shall come that we do part, if my last words are not, I love you, you know I didn't have time. It's hard for me to read these without a magnifying glass, so I'm hoping that some of these you all can see and be able to read in the video. This trim, this came from my wedding dress, and I added a few beads up there. This came off the miniature bride dress. The trim came off of my dress, and this is where I'm going to put some of those pictures in for her to keep. And this is a paper clip from the parasol again. When I took that off, it had a natural kind of curve, so I cut the paper rather than having it stick out on there. I thought that looked better. Now this fuchsia color is the color of her bridesmaids' dresses. And the groomsmen and the groom are wearing gray. So I tried to incorporate pinks and gray in this as well. Sitting next to you is like taking a sip of eternity. The sun, the stars, the sky never tasted so good. See, some of these I can read. Some of them I won't be able to. This is an envelope I made. Inside is a letter to her, and it's just paper clipped on there. Another tuck made from the miniature bride fabric that I'm going to tuck a few more pictures in. Big paper clip. This is paper clipped to the page. It's a little envelope. Just got some writing places in there. Writing sheets. Both of these have little envelopes that can be opened all the way, so she can write on them. Kind of think she's not going to be doing a lot of writing in this book. I think it'll probably just be something for her to treasure. This ruffle and the trim comes from the miniature bride dress. I hope she writes in it, but she may not. For once in a while, in the middle of an ordinary life, love gives us a fairy tale. I made some more beads here that's got a little heart on it. And that heart says something, but there is no way I can read that. I really like the vintage style books, but I just didn't think that would work good for her. So that's why I chose what I did in here. There's another little dangly up there. It's a little key. Probably couldn't see that. Both of these just have a folded piece of notebook paper. I'll never finish falling in love with you. Constantly, consistently, continually, you. Looks like I lose a little bit of my light when I bring that book up close. More from the parasol. Give me 1,000 kisses and I'll give you 1,000 more. This is a paper clip. It says a kiss to build a dream on, and it's a paper clip. Some more dangly beads, lace from my wedding dress, another paper clip, it says dream big, more dangly beads. I don't know if you can see them. If you're an Outlander fan, you will recognize that saying. Do you not understand? I would lay the world at your feet. Eternity begins in this moment. It's just got some paper in it for her to write on. Another paper clip. This says, follow your heart and your dreams will come true. Two souls with but a single thought, two hearts that beat as one. And today was the wedding. It was beautiful, perfect. And if you're a Grey's Anatomy fan, you'll recognize that quote. And then there's a little dangly cross. I learned that I shouldn't make anything slide out from the side towards the spine, because that's kind of hard to get out. That away. So I learn something new every time I make a journal. I'm not going to read all of this. but if you're a Grey's Anatomy fan, you will recognize that. This says, time has a wonderful way of showing us what really matters. I can't quite see that. More dangly beads, trim and ruffle from the bridesmaid or the miniature bride's dress. The one that my soul loves. Live every moment, laugh every day, love beyond words. And that's the same thing, isn't it? I used a paper pack for this, and it had a lot of the same stuff in it, but I think it works. This tells about the journal, what it is, what you can do with it, so on. A kiss to build your dream on. That opens all the way up. It's a little notepad. Several sheets there. And it opens up. Don't be afraid. There are two of us now. More little beads, paper clip, another little notepad. Yeah, I can't read that. Oh, it's a quote from Outlander, so another little notepad in there. Yeah. And that's it. I have a little dangly. It says something, but I can't see it. So that's it. I like it. Of course, I haven't made too many of these, but tips, hints, anything you want to give me, please comment. Just don't tell me it's ugly, because I really want to give it to her. And I've spent so much time on it trying to get it perfect. So thanks for watching.